That is the danger that, there is so much concern that both sides are nuclear armed countries. What's your sense of how this will play out?
I think it's reasonable to hope that they're going to de-escalate because both sides have a very strong reason to want to do that. And both sides can plausibly claim that they've, a sort of victory where they've established a response. It's embarrassing for India to have lost these aircraft, if this is confirmed, but at least leaves Pakistan with an off-ramp. But, Gabriella, we're not living in ordinary times. We don't have the normal assurance that America will step in and use back-channel diplomacy through both countries that it has friendly relations with to de-escalate. That level of confidence is not there at the moment. We've got this terrible war between Russia and Ukraine, where Pakistan and India have taken different sides. There's a real sense of uncertainty in global affairs at the moment. So, had this occurred several years ago, we'd be very concerned. It's even more concerning that it's happening now in May of 2025 when the world is in such disarray.
Well, the US President, Donald Trump, has spoken about the conflict. Let's just take a listen to what he had to say.
India and Pakistan, what's your position?
Oh, it's so terrible. My position is I get along with both. I know both very well, and I want to see them work it out. I want to see them stop. And hopefully they can stop now. They've gone tit for tat, so hopefully they can stop now. But I know both. We get along with both the countries very well, good relationships with both, and I want to see it stop. And if I can do anything to help, I will be there.
US officials say that they've been in touch with both sides and they're urging the countries to work towards a responsible resolution. I suppose, are you surprised to see the US take more of a hands-off approach here?
Yeah, it's very disturbing, Gabriella. I mean, what President Trump said, of course, is good sentiment, but, the president gets a daily presidential brief. He'd said before that, those comments, that he just, heard this news coming into the Oval. It doesn't suggest a president in the mould of Ronald Reagan or George Bush fully in charge. Having said that, the response from the US administration officials, Pentagon officials, suggests that more work's been done behind the scenes, as you would expect. But this echoes this point that we are in uncertain times. That normal confidence we have in America making the right choices isn't there at the moment.
You say we're in uncertain times. Is it likely that other terrorist groups could see this as an opportune time to strike?
Absolutely. We've got a terrible situation in Afghanistan where Al-Qaeda and Islamic State both have very strong presence. The troubles in Pakistan, which this could escalate, lead to a porous border. Of course, we've got the tragedy of the Middle East, Islamic State surging across eastern North Africa. There's lots of reasons for somebody to feel that now is the time, if they're drawn to these extremist groups, are involved in their networks, to feel that now's the time to launch a strike. This is a moment of opportunity.
And I just have to ask, I suppose you are confident, though, that we are going to see tensions de-escalate?
No, I'm not confident. I'm hopeful, and I lean towards being more optimistic than not. But we could see a regional war, as we saw, at least a very limited war, as in 1999, still 1,000 lives lost. But we could see something spiral downwards from that and become very much worse very quickly.
Professor Greg Barton, Deakin University Global Islamic Politics Chair, really appreciate you making the time to speak to us here on Power Hour. Thank you.
Thank you very much.